Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today you find me with none other than Mr. Fishbert himself, Rob.
Hi guys.
And me and Rob have been friends for a long time. So Rob's based up in East Yorkshire, and first long drive I've done in a while, but Rob wanted an Oazi filter that I'd got sort of from previous projects that I'd not used, and he wanted some other products. So I've done a bit of a deal with Rob. Rob's bought some products off me which we'll show you in a second, and I've traded the filter for some shrimp and isopods from Rob, and no doubt I've come out better for that because Rob always looks after me. So let's have a quick look at the products before we go and do a room tour of Rob's fish room. So Rob's gone with some SL Aqua soil, which I use quite extensively. He's also gone with an SL Aqua net, so he's gone with the wooden handled version, and this is an SN360 wooden handle. I sell these and the ones with the loop handles, and this net is featured in a video that I've done recently called How to Catch Shrimp in an Aquarium. So that one's featured in there along with other nets that I sell. And then finally Rob's had some Rich One, which I'm struggling to get at the moment. So Rich One is a humic and fulvic acid and other trace elements that you add to your mixed water before you sort of put that back into your Caradina tanks. It sort of lowers the pH slightly with humic and fulvic acids and gives it a very slight black water effect. So with all that being said, we're going to go and video some of Rob's tanks, and there's lots of them, and I know we call it a shrimp room or a fish room, but this one sort of extends to other parts of the house as well. So let's get to that, and I'll show you some amazing stuff that Rob's got. And Rob was my mentor when I started with Caradina. Okay guys, so let's get this party started then. So the first tank we're going to look at is on the right hand side of the room. So these are Lamprologus ocellatus gold, some little shell dwellers, and these are absolutely stunning. I can't emphasize how pretty these fish are, and the camera just doesn't do them justice, but they're gold. So I'm not the sort of, I've never fancied African cichlids, but this is really tempting me. Absolutely stunning fish. And then if we move across to the next tank, we've got Juliodichromis transcriptis. And again, what an absolutely beautiful fish, just the way they hang in the water. And the colours and the patterns on them are absolutely stunning. I mean, look at the blue rim on that fish. Absolutely dumbfounded by how nice these are in person. They are so much different when you actually see them live. But shrimp are the same. I've got shrimp that just don't look the same to the naked eye as they do on camera. And then if we move down to the bottom, I'm going to try and pronounce some of these names. So we've got Phenacogrammus, Alesto Peterius cordalis, and Bricananestes longipinis. So this is Rob's, so Rob uses shallow tanks and they're absolutely stunning, but these are Rob's Congos, and there's some snow white plecos in here as well. And I've spotted some red shrimp in here as well, just chilling out on the plants near the flow, and they're quite near the flow as well. But this is absolutely stunning. I'm just gobsmacked by how pretty these fish are in person. And I have kept Congos myself in the past, but not with the coloration that these have got. And mine were a lot smaller, so sort of grown, you know, and fully grown on. They are absolutely amazing. And while we're here, I'll quickly show you the filter that I bought up for Rob. So it's the Oazi Biotherm or Biomaster Thermo 350. So let's have a look at the next tank. So this is the next rack over to the left, and in here we have three Neolamprologus congweensi, Um, these fish are just absolutely stunning, and I can't emphasize how good and how bright the colors are on these. And unlike most fish, so this is a female, so she's more colorful than the male. They've both got the blue eyes, but she's got two spots on the dorsal fin. Sorry, that's just slightly out of focus. And they do battle a bit, they do brawl, but absolutely stunning. It's hard to see here, but she's sort of like got a pinkish gold stomach that really sort of shines through. Looks like she's got a bit of eyeshadow on. Unreal, absolutely gorgeous fish. And they've been having a bit of a nip at each other's tails, the females have. We've got another one over here who knows a place. So she's sitting there keeping out the way of these two that have sort of hollowed out this cave a little bit. So they don't want to go in the shoals, they want to go in this little cave here. But no babies as yet, but knowing Rob, I'm sure it won't be long. The middle tank on the middle rack, on the second rack, we have Neolampologus prashadi, albino, otherwise known as the fairy cichlid, and massively prolific for Rob these. So there's about 12 generations in here, as you can probably see. So next tank down then we have the Lampologus ornitopinnis zambia. And onto the bottom shelf then, the first tank again is Neolampologus prashadi, but this is an albino male with a normal female, and they've had normal babies. And if I zoom in, you can actually sort of see the little blue coloration around the fins. It's absolutely gorgeous. Next over, we've got the Juliodachromis kiplii, and they're sitting on a matin tower filter, and which suggests to me that in the wild they might sort of live up rock and cliff faces, but these are bred as well. Let me see if I can get onto this baby. So the adults are sort of sitting up, and again they've got this blue tinge to them. But there's a few little babies in here as well. Let me see if I can zoom in on one. In the wild, they must naturally sort of live up rocky outcrops and cliff faces and stuff, just because of the way they like to sit vertical, but absolutely stunning fish. So last tank on this rack then, we've got calcios. So calcios, Rob's going to educate me here. So calcios are the red version of the dragon blood, but if they've got red on the face,
the scorpions,
they become scorpions, red scorpions. So if they've got red faces, they're red scorpions. And obviously you can take your red face ones out and breed your red scorpions off separately and try and sort of stabilise that line. But again, beautiful shrimp, something that I've always wanted to keep, but I just don't have the space. And I'd, as much as I'd love to have tank upon tank upon tank, I just don't have the room. So I'm going to concentrate on the few for now and get some sort of real good quality breeding going. For the last rack in this room then, we've got an orange eye mix. So what Rob Mr. Fishbert was doing, he selected loads of orange eyes and he sort of threw them all different types of orange eyes, and he threw them all in to sort of see what he can get from them. And as you can see, there's some weird and wonderful things and buried females and all sorts in there. And any of you notice in the plants, most of the plants, Rob's got came via me. So we also do sort of plant pre-orders. I have room to stock a little bit, but not to keep it long term. So if people want any plants, just message me. You can email info@gbshrimp.co.uk and I'll pass you my WhatsApp details. And then over to the right, we've got the creme de la creme. The trip is all worthwhile just looking at these shrimp. So these are Rob's boas, and they're absolutely amazing. There's some metallic blues, some peach base, some pink base, sort of a peachy orange. Doesn't show up fantastically on camera, but these shrimp have made it worth my while. And you just saw a really nice metallic blue there. Another nice one over the side there, but the camera just doesn't want to focus. Down onto the tank below. So this is Rob's mixed tank. Just give them a bit of food, so we all know what a mixed tank is. And then over to the left, we've got the bloodshot Carabiner. So I keep these as well. Not as many as Rob's got, but I do keep these. Although they're breeding like crazy, mine at the moment. Last shelf on here then, Rob's got 3 empty tanks that he hasn't set up yet, and he's got some things planned for those. Just the amount of sort of posters and information and things, how to sort of name, you know, what type of catfish is it, what type of molly is it, what type of platy is it and stuff. And obviously the shrimp posters up there as well. And Rob also keeps a tortoise, and hopefully we'll get to see Scoob shortly, and obviously various posters. And likewise around the room, various posters. And then a tank at the moment. So this is a coming soon tank, this one. So this is, how high is that, Rob? Looks about 50?
45 centimetres.
45 tall. How deep?
40
deep, and 1.2 meters. Yeah. What's that? About 150 litre.
Roundabout there, yeah.
So this is. Well, I'm not going to tell you. You can subscribe to Rob's channel and find out what's going to go in there. So at the moment, it's just doing a water test, and nothing's in there. So he's filled it up just to do a water test on it, as you do. Okay, so moving out the room onto the first tank where these are based, we've got some snow white plecos and there are some crebensis in here. So I don't think they're standard crebensis. I think they're an East African. East African?
No, these are your standard Pelvochromis pulcher.
Pelvochromis pulcher, but they're forever hiding.
I do have a Pelvochromis crebensis maliwa, which is another Nigerian species.
Can't see them, but beautifully planted as well. And let's move on to the next tank.
Nails, a pleco to keep it. There's no filter in this tank.
Yeah.
It's non-filtered. The only filter really working is that with a bit of sponge.
Tiny bit of sponge.
Yeah.
So what Rob's doing with this tank, he's using this as a holding tank. So he's got some rabbit snails in there, a little pleco, and he picks out Amazon frog bit from a tank that I'll show you shortly. And if there's any eggs on that, he just sort of puts them in here and see what that sort of produces. So with all that said, let's get down to the last but one tank, last aquatic tank, and I'll show you another tank after this, but I'm going to try and pronounce, this is the rainbow tank, and we've got Eriatharina werneri, Pseudomugil furcatus, and Pseudomugil gertrudii. So these are the rainbow fish, and I'm really interested in the rainbows, especially those yellow ones. See the ones with the yellow tips? They are absolutely beautiful.
Yellow fork-tailed blue eye.
Yellow fork-tailed blue eye. I'm definitely going to be finding some of those and buying some of those. And it's just the way that the pectoral fins sort of sit almost on top of the head.
That's the males. The females got it.
Oh, wow. So it's almost like, this is beautiful, this tank is. And
the thread fins in there, which is the Urantheria weni.
This yellow poso is, wow. Spotted a couple of Amano shrimp in here as well. And there's some Cories. Let me see if I can zoom into those.
Corridors stare by.
Let me see if I can get this. Oh, we tried to move them out, but they've legged it. So there's some absolutely beautiful corridors stare by in here. Big juicy ones.
The F4 generation, bred by myself.
Bred by Rob. And a beautiful snow white there again as well. So these are all bred by Rob.
Bred by myself, yes.
So if you want to breed anything, just give it Rob for a couple of weeks, and he'll have it bred. There's a crib.
That's the Helvochromis Maliwa.
So right in the back there.
Female. She has different eyes as well. She's got some different sets of eyes.
Beautiful fish. But it's them yellow rainbows. And yellow edge fin rainbows, yellowfin blue eye,
yellow fork-tailed blue eye,
yellow fork-tailed blue eye. I'm gonna be on to Tropco as soon as I leave here. I'm telling you.
Yeah, every single one goes on there.
And then last but not least, guys, we've got Scoon. So Herman's.
Herman's, yes, Herman's tortoise.
tortoise.
She's actually microchipped, and she comes with CITES certificate paperwork. She was born in Serbia in 2018.
She's beautiful. Hello, Scoop. And the cat's just come to say hello. That's it for the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Massive thank you to Rob for allowing us to film it. And you know what time it is. I'll put Rob's channel link in the description of the video. And don't forget to subscribe to me if you're not already a subscriber and you want to see more content like this. So now I'm able to get out and about a little bit. I might be doing a bit of traveling and going to visit places and doing tours like this. So that's a big thank you from me and a big thank you from Rob. And don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends. Helps both of us to grow. And that's the whole purpose. You know, we want to sort of get to that point where we can deliver better and bigger content for you guys. Until next time, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.